And welcome back to Flight Past. I hope you can hear me. So, we are in the Huey, and we have just flown past the town of Gap in France. And we are on the way to Grenoble. This is part of the Waterloo series. We are following Napoleon's journey from Elba back to Paris. And we have been talking about how he's been an adventurer, he's been a gambler, he's taken a risk, and we are approaching a place called Lafray, and this is the place where the battalion of the 5th Line Infantry and some engineers have been instructed to come and meet Napoleon and stop him from reaching Paris. And it's the famous part in the, if you've ever seen the film of Waterloo, is where he says, members of the 5th, come and shoot me if you will. It turns out that it wasn't as heroic as that. It was he actually lied to them, saying that he was being instructed to come back by the Allies, and but what's a little detail like that between historians. In the last episode, we were then talking about Ney as well, but I just wanted to go back and as we fly down this beautiful valley here, just to look at the poem that was written. It comes from a Paris broadsheet of April 1815, and it shows the sense of the public opinion regarding Napoleon. It says, and I quote this, it says, "What news, ma foi? The tiger has broken out of his den. The monster was 3 days at sea. The wretch has landed at Fréjus. The brigand has arrived at Antibes. The invader has reached Grenoble. The general has entered Lyon. Napoleon slept last night at Fontainebleau. The emperor proceeds to the Tuileries today. His Imperial Majesty will address his loyal subjects tomorrow." And this was written in this Paris broadsheet, as I say, in April 1815. And we are at the point where he is still a brigand. He's the brigand has arrived at Antibes. He is now the invader, and we are approaching Grenoble. And you see the switch, because after the Grenoble one, it's the general has entered Lyon. So it switches here, and this is why this, where we are approaching soon, is so important in terms of Napoleon and the next 100 days. This is where the 5th Line Infantry have been sent to stop him at a place called La Fraye. It's like a, we will see when we get there. I think it's going to be kind of like a gap in the mountains. And we should see that. This is over this around this bend here in this mountain, this region, which is, by the way, is gorgeous. I'm having a little bit of connection difficulties at the moment, so hopefully this will be okay. This drops down into the Dauphine area of France, and this is why Napoleon has taken this 200-mile journey over the tops of the Alps in March, late winter, early spring, to avoid the area around Marseille and the Rhone Valley, which is an area which is has Royalist sentiments, and who gave him a rough reception as he was travelling south to his exile back in April of 1814. So he was trying to avoid that area. He knew if he went up there he would be stopped, but coming over this way there's smaller departments. There's no one willing to stop him and his 1,000 men of the old guard, and so he knew if he can get over here then he had a chance to gain the support of the Dauphine area. And this place called La Fraye is where he is the Bourbons wish to stop his approach to Paris. He takes advantage of the 7 days. He knows that the message of his arrival is ahead of him. Towns and villages are receiving him. The news of his return is going ahead, and he's using this to sort of garner support. So it means that he can almost return to Paris with no shots being fired, which is a remarkable achievement. Now my connection is absolutely terrible, and I have a feeling this is going to crash. And what I might do is try to restart. Yeah, it's just crashed, I think. Oh dear. Not having the greatest time at this today. Whoa, there's a crash. Right. Luckily you guys didn't see that. I will okay, so I think we're experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties, and what I might do is leave it for today, and we can see we're approaching the end of the journey, and we can start off from here next time. And whilst I go and sort out whatever it is that is causing these crashes, and we can start off again looking at the resistance that Napoleon gets at the fray, and then after that we can move on to Grenoble, and we'll fly up then to Paris and do his entry into Paris. And the series, this is obviously going to be, it's called Waterloo, so we will do the whole tactics that he uses to get try to isolate the two armies of Wellington and Blucher separately, the approaches he makes, his decision to do the Charleroi route, the way he humbugs Wellington, and then we'll have a look at the actual battlefields themselves. And whether I will do the actual battlefield, I'll do a quick run through of the battlefields, probably one per battle, and then we can then look at the way the subsequent events after that happens. So this is the Waterloo series, and then we will do, I think we'll probably do the Peninsular War. We might even look at Napoleon's march across Europe in this sort of region. But I'm going to leave it there because I think there's some gremlins in the system. We are loving the views we get in this flight sim, but there are obviously some issues I need to sort out with the flight simulator. So if you've enjoyed this series so far, please make sure that you support a small channel by liking and subscribing. And for future episodes, what we have, we will be looking next week. We'll be continuing this story. We will, this is on this channel. We will also at some point do a flyover of Notre Dame, which I think we could probably do as part of this Waterloo section, which is because we're building Notre Dame currently in Minecraft, on the Minecraft Blueprints playlist on the ePiraten channel. There will be links probably up here above to all those sort of things, so you can look forward to that. There is on that channel then we do these iconic buildings. We do on a blueprint model, 1-to-1 technical building on a time scale, so you can compare buildings. We've got Stonehenge and Salisbury Cathedral, Notre Dame at the moment, so that's on that side. It is my music channel, so I have also got a lot of time-lapse videos putting my music to that, so you can see a different aspect of what we do over there. There's things like radio, there's the ePiraten radio, looking at the Minecraft blueprint stuff. There's some jam sessions that we do on here, and you can find all that on the Twitch or YouTube. Find what you like what you like, but if you could do that, that'd be great, and help me to grow the channel. So we have reached the town of La Mure, and we will continue from this point then in next week's episode. which will likely be on Monday or Tuesday. If you miss it on Twitch, these will be put back up on YouTube and split into these little slices. Right, I've been talking too much. It's good to see you, and I will see you next time on Flight Past.